How's it going? It's Man Tomorrow here. Make sure you hit the like button upon coming in. Make sure you hit the like button upon coming in because we need to have a conversation about these people who joined the Black Manosphere, who's not part of the mission, who doesn't care about the outcomes of anybody, who came here for popularity, who claim the spaces for entertainment because they're useless and nobody needs their help for anything on earth. We need to talk about these things, but at the end of the day, we need to go back into the crates and just start explaining these people to the general public. And it's not that hard because you have to understand that by basically having your stuff together and not having women issues, you're already better than 95% of the people who have joined the space since Kevin Samuels. And I'm not blaming Kevin Samuels for it, but BGS, Itmore, and the guys who wanted to be full time YouTubers wanted to use Kevin Samuels' ability to talk to sexless, dumb ass men to take over a space that's meant for male progression, by the way. Because these people who claim to demand spirits for entertainment, they are never in front of 1.0 personnel. Why? They're too stupid to do so. The only thing they want to do is sabotage things that do work and turn them into things that don't work because that's their actual overall job. And once you get your stuff together, you don't have to worry about these things. I mean, there's like an actual race to turn most of these people in this space into socially awkward dudes with problems that they don't have. So the actual social awkwardness that these people have, like you're supposed to be socially awkward within the actual environment itself. You're taught to respect pose. You're taught to show any type of deference and a lack of actual principle to people who overall don't have any type of care for the environment. Like, there's a lot of things that are going on in this environment. There's just basically having an actual father figure, which is not needed today, by the way. Just having basic, simple common sense and wanting to have a good outcome. Like, most of these people came to this space because they sold drugs in the past, sold poison to the actual community, they got caught up, and they thought that if they didn't get caught selling poison to the actual community, they would have ended up being a better person somehow. Well, that didn't happen. So at the end of the day, we just have to be able to come through, just come through and actually, and as bad as it may sound, you have to listen to some real crash dummies. So let's, without further ado, fair unuse. But I will excuse people's actions.
1, 2, 1, 2. Larry, you know, this simple exercise can help you stay healthy, which keeps medical costs down.
But you gotta do it every day, Vince. Or you'll get out of shape fast.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Uh-oh, Vince. They're really cracking down on safety belts these days.
I'm giving you a ticket for committing an 811.
Safety belt violation.
Compliments of Barney
Belch.
he's got to do.
That's a fun fact, Vince.
And what is that, your Larryness?
A rollover happens every 10 minutes.
We've been trying.
9 minutes and 58.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
This job is wearing very thin.
Vince, get up. Safety belt test at 9. Hurry.
Not another windshield taste test. Count me out.
What? The old pro backing down from a motorhome?
Nothing like that. I'm just tired of trying to convince people to wear safety belts. No one's listening.
Safety belt saved Barbara Mandrell.
You're right. Someone listen. Let's hit the road.
You hungry, partner?
Let's do some donuts on the way in.
Good idea.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Most people couldn't live like this.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
I hate how they wrinkle my suits.
You ought to see my grill.
Oh, they rub against my neck. They're uncomfortable.
How about this for an alternative? Safety belts are way too confining.
I'm in complete agreement. More or less.
You learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Vince, have you lost your head?
That's what I'm trying to avoid, friend.
But Vince, if we don't belly up to the bullseye, how else can we prove that safety belts save lives?
Oh, it ain't working, Larry. Nobody's listening.
Sure they are. Look at them. They're buckled up. Hey, them too.
So maybe eating all these dashboard hors d'oeuvres is worth it.
For sure.
Hey, let's head back.
Hey, buddy, I didn't know you knew how to drive.
Drive? Drive? Whoa!
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Hey, thanks to these airbags here, this job is now a piece of cake, Larry.
But then,
Yeah, I'll tell you something, partner. I just might stick around a few more years.
but then,
No more dashboard du jour or Vince under glass, huh?
but Vince, look out! Even with airbags, Vince, you still got to remember to buckle your seat.
Now you tell me.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Where to?
Body shop, 71st and 1st.
Yeah, you love your commercial safety belts, right?
That's where you going, man?
I tell her, Mrs. She loves you guys. She doesn't buckle up either.
Oh, nobody's listening.
You need anybody listen to the driver's car trying to really enact it? It's just a little slow. Just put seatbelts in my cab. Nobody uses them. Guess they feel safe with me.
If we'd had half a brain, we'd buckled up.
Hey, bumper breath, I do have half a brain.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
After this joyride, I'm out of the crash dummy business for good.
But Vince, it's a great job. Heck, they'd have to pry me away from it.
Anybody home? Larry, they do pry you away from it.
Oh, yeah.
For years, I've been eating steering wheels. For what?
To prove how safety belts save lives.
But thousands die every year in car accidents because they don't buckle up.
Vince, we're dummies. We don't wear safety belts.
Larry, you really know how to hurt a guy. Hit it!
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
What's wrong, Vince?
My woman's done left me, my dog ran away, and people still aren't wearing their safety belts.
Vince, you singing those buckle up blues again?
Some people don't wear their seat belts. I can't believe it's true. Those kind of people get knocked right out of their shoes. Buckle up, baby. Don't sing me those buckle up blues.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
I mean it, baby. Buckle, honeysuckle, buckle, yeah. That's it. I'm history. End of the road.
You can't quit, Vince. No crash dummy takes out a utility pole like you do.
Larry, for years I've been proving how safety belts save lives, but nobody's listening.
Sure they are.
Yeah, that's why thousands die in car accidents every year. I feel like I'm banging my head against the wall.
Come on, Vince. Tomorrow's the big day. 2 compacts. Head on.
High speed?
Could save a life.
No, I'll be there.
Yeah.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Gosh, Darlene, it sure is amazing how much we have in common.
I know, Larry. We both love 3-car pileups. We both were built in Buffalo.
And we both know wearing safety belts helps save thousands of lives.
Yeah, this is fascinating.
Don't mind Vince. He's getting over a bad breakup.
I know. Janet's picking up the pieces, too. They're in here.
I wish they understood it's all worth it to get people to buckle up.
Hey, lacerated lovebirds, I sense a major cry.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Talk about head over heels.
We're here to roast the parents of buckling up. 2 guys who have lost more limbs than a tree surgeon, Vince and Larry.
I love these guys. They remind me of my husband. Always broken in a dead-end job. By getting people to buckle up, they've saved thousands of lives. On the job, what's the first thing that goes through their heads? Oh, the steering wheel!
Vince and Larry, tell me, how do you want your coffee? Regular or decapitated?
Everybody give them a hand.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Excuse me. Do you wear your safety belt?
Why, no, I don't wear my safety belt.
Thank you.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
It's time for You Lost Your Life with your hosts, Christ Dummies, Vince and Larry. Hi! Hello, and welcome to the show that proves if you don't buckle your safety belt, the loser is you.
That's right, Vince, and by not buckling up, you could end up in places you never dreamed.
Like correction! Or the emergency room! Plus, Larry, if you're not buckled up, you could maybe take a ride in a beauty like this. Stay tuned!
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
It's time for You Lost Your Life, the show that proves if you're not buckled up, the loser is you. That's right, because you could end up in places you never dreamed.
Like traction.
Or the emergency room. Stay tuned!
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
You know, hitting a windshield at 30 miles per hour is a lot like this.
I'd give you a 10, my friend, but you didn't keep your legs together.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Vince, come on, we're late.
Remember to strap. You don't want to end up. Don't be a dummy.
See, the problem that we have is that we just don't keep dumbass dudes off the panel, man. And it's really, dude, it's very easy to keep these dudes off the panel. You know, sorry that we have to do this through a PSA, but we got to do it with Ray Charles, and we got to be like, dude, keep dumb dudes off panel. I understand how entertaining you may think it is, but at the end of the day, these mentally tree-tarded dudes don't deserve to be doing anything. They need to catch up with the rest of society, not being tolerated by anyone else. I'm sorry that is such a thing that we have to do, but we have to let Ray Charles tell you to keep these dudes off of panels. So without further ado,
on the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids. The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out. Put that booties in the backseat now. Have action kids you never meet out. Give to remind you to put them behind you. Wow! Look at here. You stay alive even when I drive.
oh man, what's going on, guys? Thank you for coming through. But we got to describe this because we have an actual schism going on within the actual what you think is called the Black Manosphere, but it's actually the 24-hour BGS network. That's the problem here. It's the 24-hour BGS network that you're operating against. And yes, you have to be able to ask this guy, why did you come to the Black Manosphere? Why on earth are you here? Because if you want the rest of society to reflect the fact that things are not working in your life, so things don't have to work in anyone else's life, that makes a lot of sense, by the way. BGS has always been a thorn in the side for black male progress. He's always been a thorn in the side. And it's not even BGS. Like, I don't think BGS is sending these extremely dumbass dudes over here. It's just that when you have extremely stupid people like Art of Itmore, who's not an Itmore, who doesn't do art, he actually draws stick figures on live streams because these people have no level of creativity. Because we have this D&I problem. We have this dumb nigga inclusion problem that the actual Black Manosphere or the people who don't believe in the concept have actually done. And the only thing you have to do is look at their actual content. A lot of people, oh, the Black Manosphere is for entertainment and blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, don't you understand that if you don't understand the history of the actual space, you don't understand who the major players within the actual space, you don't understand who left and why within the actual space, then you don't have an actual voice within the actual space. None of this is that hard. Dude, you had people who joined the United States Air Force when I was there who wanted to be on their own thing once they got access to weapons and guns and vehicles. And the Air Force was like, hey man, that's not why we're here. You're here to do this job this way for this reason. And if you couldn't, you had to get out. And then those people were shocked and surprised that, well, you know what? Our number of personnel who don't want to follow simple directions are so large, you literally got to change your actual mission to what we want. And the military was like, no, we actually don't. We could just kick all the people out who don't believe in the actual mission. This is why within basic training, they took you through the history of the actual branch of the military to which you joined. So that way you can acknowledge the actual history of what you're trying to be a part of. That's the problem. You see, this can never happen, Larry. This can never happen. The whole point is to corrupt the space without this conversation even happening. Like, slowly but surely, BGS have betrayed every single person who came his way because he tried to do it with complex design. Complex was talking about micro mobility, and BGS was talking about how he had to solve the problems of feminism before he concentrated on the specific business of micro mobility, which is crazy. But at the end of the day, if you're dealing with people who don't have any experience, who is investing in the productivity piece, at the end of the day, those people are going to look at the women like, you know what, I gotta put them first. And as much as I want to blame Kevin Samuels didn't make these dudes be unprincipled. He didn't do that. Black men being brutally ignorant is not a neutral platform, Smirgo. It isn't. It isn't. It is not. Arts is, but black men being brutally ignorant isn't. At the end of the day, once we have this conversation about why did you join the Black Manosphere BGS, and what is your actual success stories within joining the space, because you're 60 years old, you are about to die. You raised a couple of failed kids because you were interested in the wrong type of woman. And you repeatedly impregnated her with multiple children who turned out not to be shit. So now you want to make sure every man within the Black Manosphere goes through the same nonsense that you went through. What is the actual reason? The actual reason why you would need to have a conversation with these people. Like I said, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who listens and who don't. Do you have better outcomes? Because there are better people here within this space overall than people that you met within your neighborhood, the people that you've met in any other facet of life. If you wanted to move your life forward, you clearly would have done so by now. You cannot use the fact of entertainment as the reason why you're not moving forward. You're not moving forward is because you don't want to move. However, at the end of the day, you have to realize that you are a bigger threat to our group than the women ever were. The women can't make you not get your stuff together. The women can't make you do. The women can't make you give up on life. The women can't do that. The women can't make you invest in soft boy era. The women can't do that. The women can't make PhDs cover bullshit from the actual gender war. The woman can't do that. That's something that you have to invest in yourself. You have to understand, if you think you're gonna walk in with black skin and fuck around and fuck up my fucking environment, dude, you out of your fucking mind. I'm gonna play this bullshit in front of you from BGS or Kevin Samuels. The moment you start shaking your motherfucking head, I'm gonna catapult you the fuck out of the work environment. You are a Delta November. You are not to be trusted. You are to be set back in front of the people who you think is helping you out, and you're gonna stay your dumb ass there. You're not gonna mess up anything else. But this is the problem. People think that, oh well, if we could destroy the black manosphere, we have power. No, sir. At the end of the day, the woman is still at the top of the ticket, even when you do destroy the black manosphere itself. Because at the end of the day, the women are not even thanking you for destroying the black manosphere. You're thanking each other. You're patting each other on the back while you do this to our actual space. This is things that you are doing here. No one is not. You're doing this to yourself. And you be like, well, you know what? Well, we're just gonna weigh down the actual effort so that way nothing functions, so that way they can be focused on us. Like, bro, don't you understand? The younger individual don't need help from millennials, Xers, boomers, nothing. In fact, they want to get to the money so bad that they just ask for an actual opportunity and a direction. They didn't even want your help because they knew how much you would sabotage any level of success to keep your ass being part of the actual conversation. People think, oh my God, look at all these dumb ass people that I have listening to me. Look at my dumb nigga numbers. My dumb nigga credit score is so high. What actually are you talking about on your channel, sir? You're not talking about anything on your channel. You want to know why? You are a dead end doomer. And you know you've always have been a dead end doomer. You know full well that you don't care about things that are going on within society itself. You're waiting for somebody dumb enough to keep bringing you up to speed over and over again without you putting in no work. Why? Because you want to do this to other people within the environment so that way you can understand that you're not going to take any action. You're not going to take any action. So I'm going to, because today is a word that we need to actually understand. Today we're going to look up this word and we're going to actually understand it. So that way you can understand why BGS is simultaneously so many things. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at words and we're going to look at definitions of words. Because I keep bringing this word up and you don't understand what this word means. So why don't we do this? We're going to bring up the word so that way you can understand it why it's happening. The word is called subsume. The word subsume means to include or place within something larger or more comprehensive, encompass something as a subordinate or component element. Red, green, and yellow are subsumed under the color subsumable. So when BGS Itmore comes through, it claims that he brought PhDs to the space. When he comes through and he says that he created the Black Manosphere. When he comes through and he says that actual people who care about black male progression need to lead a space. When he says that even though he doesn't care about SYSBM or Passport Bros or Red Pill or Blue Pill or Black Pill, he is merely subsuming all of these movements under his banner, like he does with PhDs. Because at the end of the day, he has no accomplishments. The only thing that he has is failures. Not only failures within his household, failures throughout society. That's the word. It is called subsume. So when this guy is simultaneously 3 or 4 different things that don't match up with one another, you can understand that he's actually cloning every single movement and putting it under his banner. You want to know why? These dumbass dudes don't read. They won't even read what's on the screen, even though it clearly says what he's actually doing. They still won't do it. The word is called subsume. Addington Forrest told you that you wasn't it more. Black pill, red pill, blue pill dudes don't have BGS for women channels. Sandman, Thinking Ape, they're not Kevin Samuels was on. Because you and Kevin Samuels could not survive with a whole bunch of dudes that was not dependent on these bad women within the environment. Yes, that's why he was here. Oh God, what's going on, Gino? Thanks for the 1999. Gotta support the stream. Gotta put the master beater, Big Grifter Sleeps on notice. Because at the end of the day, I'm really telling you this as an upfront notice. They're gonna keep running the same game all over again. Remember when BGS kept his mouth shut when Ron Wills came through, Alan Roger Curry came through, all these dating coaches came through? Who was the oldest guy within this space who was okay with all that? BGS was okay with all that. You want to know why? It gave you the actual hope that you was going to work thing out with a woman that didn't even work out with them within their generation. Tell me any one of these older game guys who got custody of their kids out the gate, who went in and pimped the actual bow down to the level of game that they had. None of that stuff happened. None of it did. And they know none of it did. What's going on, Night and Bishop channel? Thanks. It's not the women. It's not the women. It is the men. The men have to accept a bad standard as normal. And they have to be socialized into it by a bunch of older failed men. Yes, I had the same thing happen to me in my family. The only thing is, I had a strong ass grandfather figure, and my father, who was a actual truck driver, by the way. My grandfather told me about how these dudes operate, and they came in with the same nonsense that they did 30 years ago. They came in with pretending like they were pro-black. They came in pretending like they gave a damn about black boys. They came in pretending like they gave a damn about students getting invested and involved in sports. They did the same thing they're doing online right now. The same thing. The same crash test dummies were doing the same thing. They were merely hiding behind younger and younger children to get access to those women who clearly didn't have a choice to keep respawning more and more people under that bad covenant. And they did it on purpose. At the end of the day, BGS admitted on Keep It 100's channel when what's his name? Shit. He was asked a very specific question by Ramil Amir. Why would you run these experiments if you know they're going to fail? You know what BGS said? Because people want to go through the process anyway. He knew the system was going to fail, and he still wanted to do the same thing. Yep. I'm pretty sure you're my age. Remember that John Elway play action? John Elway? Right off the middle? That bootleg? You hit that bootleg and you had that turbo boost that sent you all the way to the goal line? I can't be the only person who actually played that game. What's going on, Ramil? But you have to understand that this is an old guy with no accomplishments. His accomplishment is actually holding the collective of black people behind. This guy is 60 something years old, but he was 60 something years old when I came here 9 years ago. No one knows how old this guy is. But at the end of the day, he has a failed strategy. A very failed strategy. Of course, Floyd and actual Austin are that. But at the end of the day, you had damaged and dumbass dudes who went over to actually support those dudes in large numbers. They didn't want to actually go after the people who actually had travel experiences without those type of circumstances. And this is what I mean by filling our space full of a bunch of dumb ass individuals who don't get life. You have to understand that BGS and Ron Wills and Cousin T-Tall and Black Uru Strikes, these are some of the worst men that has ever came within the man of spirit self. Where are your success stories? If your daughters and your sons are disrespecting the hell out of you on a daily basis, how on earth can you come to an actual millennial or a person that's younger than Generation X and tell them about your success stories? But at the end of the day, BGS came here to be popular off of black male issues. That's a problem, bruh. You came here to be popular off of black male issues and not give them the results of your life's experience, even though you're damn near 900 years old. Whenever you start talking about things of substance, this individual tried to talk about things of popularity. Anybody who's trying to regain popularity right now in 2024 based off of broken, misguided men, they're not your friend, bruh. They have never been your friend at all. So what we're going to do, since we get the intro open, we're going to listen to BGS crying ass Itmore trying to tell me how I'm jealous of him. And we're going to go through, because that's what I do. I do analysis here. But when you're too stupid to do analysis, you just make actual comments that doesn't mean anything to anyone. So that way we can see if I'm a jealous guy or if I just better for our actual people. All right. Without further ado, because my name was put in the title, I am going to actually put this up here. And this is what Bravo Alpha Novembers do. They can't answer direct questions, so they just say that you're whining. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna play this actual video, and I'm gonna do some actual analysis based off of things that this dude's is saying. Before we go forward, this is another unforced error on BGS Edmore's part. Just like he lied about the existence of 1.0, just like he lied about the existence of 3.0, this is another unforced error on his part. He can run his grift without throwing productive black men under the bus. He don't have to do that, but at the end of the day, he has no respect for his audience to the point to where he would allow these people to go burn their own credibility, fighting his own battles, while he's too cowardly to jump up on the live stream to have a simple conversation with me. But you know how BGS rolls. He know how to drop a link for somebody who don't know how to explain themselves. He know how to actually go after younger dudes who don't believe in fighting a gender war. He knows how to actually make sure that he shames somebody off the panel about a person asking about some relevance about why do you want young men to fight the gender war. At the end of the day, most of these child support losers want you to fight the gender war. They know it's not going to work. But at the end of the day, let me do some analysis based off of this, because he put my name in the chat. He put Truth as I Know It, name in the actual chat, and he put the Black Brain Trust. Who on earth would want to be comparing themselves to a channel that doesn't care about unproductive men? The reason why we do information on that actual channel is to raise awareness for people to actually get into the career fields that we are a part of. We are actually a covenant of professionals who talk about things within our career field. But since you're a BGS Itmore, you don't have a career field. Your career field is stagnating men. But let's keep going with this. And I'm going to stop and I'm going to be able to respond to this as we go forward.
This is funny, man. Over the past week or so, man, I guess everybody's flipping out. They can't control themselves.
At the end of the day, they're not flipping out. They're asking you basic questions about things that you believe, things that you've been saying for years that doesn't make sense now. And apparently it didn't make sense then either. There is blood in the water, and the only person who put the blood in the water was you. You could have easily ran this grift without trying to challenge people. Why would you challenge Truth as I Know It? Why would you challenge Gay Bay? People who are way better than you, by the way. They have way better outcomes than your dumbass son and your daughter, apparently. But to see, to BGS Itmore, your success stories don't mean anything unless you tried to do it with the wrong type of woman like he did. And I'm proud of this woman. I wish I could talk to this individual who have put this dumb ass individual in these circumstances to make him think like he is such a success story when the only thing he's doing, he's a poor righteous teacher. He has nothing to give to individuals to help them compete against anybody in society. And at the end of the day, he knows how compromised these dudes are. So he walks in as the old dumb nigga elder. Yes, he does. We have a whole lot of dumb nigga elders within the black community itself. You always have these dumb ass, unaccomplished, very ignorant individuals who go in front of individuals who do not know their track record, in front of kids who don't even know what success even looks like, and try to get them on a path that's going to make them their pawn in the future. My grandfather told me about these dudes. He beat the shit out of these dudes. He put hands on these dudes in front of my face and told me, you are not to treat these people as equals. You are to treat these people as lessers. This graphite cane can't beat the shit that I want to beat out of this dude. My grandfather said that. Was like, you know what? Wipe the tears from your eyes. This is a great day that we need to celebrate. You are not to have any respect or love for these type of individuals. They may have your blood, but they don't have your culture. They are here to make sure things go forward that shouldn't be going forward. Because see, BGS, like Arthur Itmore, like black men being brutally ignorant, neither one of these individuals can come up against me on a one-on-one in a neutral panel. You call me with a neutral panel, you got to have a plan for success that don't involve talking to a bunch of dumbass niggas online. You have to come up with an actual solution that don't involve talking to a whole bunch of animals online, trying to do smoke shows, trying to do, low vibrational content to bring a whole bunch of dumbass dudes into the forefront. So that way you can, oh my God, I have so much solutions as a guy. But at the end of the day, I come online and I do a whole bunch of dumb shit. That's the problem that we have. They know these dudes are looking for raw meat. They know these dudes are looking for that. But at the end of the day, they don't want to move these dudes toward an actual system to where they're not the top of masculinity. I'm always trying to create better men who don't need my help and who don't need dumb niggas' help. Because at the end of the day, dumb niggas is a thing of the past. You're gonna be one socially awkward motherfucker in 2024 trying to go into other groups of other men talking about the relationship conversation. Dude, they solved that shit thousands of fucking years ago. You got lower functioning mammals, higher functioning reptiles, all types of shit who solve the relationship issue while you're still trying to make this shit happen with dumbass throwaway men who's trying to masquerade as actual leaders of tomorrow. That's the problem that we have here. It's too many men who want to create a platform putting out this kibble. This kibble. This is what these dudes are doing. Before we go forward, I want to show you a visual representation of useless men within this space. Useless men within this space, this is what they do. They come through, and this is what they do. They put out the most low vibrational content, and this is what they do. They sit there and they watch you eat that shit up. This is what they do. Ooh, gender war. Ooh, gender war. Eat up. Eat up, son. Eat up. Oh, don't worry about it, man. Keisha's coming back to the table. Don't worry about it, guy. Don't worry about it. Oh, don't worry about it. 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning where everybody's asleep. This is the shit these dudes are doing within our space. Within our space, this is what they're doing. Oh, don't worry about it, man. You ain't got to pick no side. Don't worry about it, man. Political progress is just going to happen without your help. Without your help. Ask me anything. I could bullshit you about anything. You too stupid to fucking go after relevant help. Oh, yeah, nigga. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, man. What is this? Another smoke show? Another smoke show? Another smoke show? 10, 11 people on the panel and none of you dumb niggas know shit about the political process? Oh my God. Oh yeah, BGS. BGS, tell us how things work. Tell us how it works, sir. Tell us how it works. Oh my God. BGS, tell us how it works, man. Are you actually going to read this shit yourself? No? You're not going to read it? Nobody. BGS got you covered. BGS got your motherfucking ass covered right in this bowl. Oh, don't worry about it, man. You good? You good? Ask me anything. I don't know shit. You don't believe in the process? Ask me anything. Ask it to me. Oh, wow. You know what? I don't focus on local politics because it's too emotional. There you go. Ask me anything. You're too stupid to go after people who actually do this shit for a living. Just ask me anything. Yeah, man, don't worry about licking the bowl, man. Lick the bowl, bro. Lick the bowl. There you go. But see, to him, the popularity that he builds off of stagnating these men without giving them answers to basic questions in society is what makes him grow as a person. He does this shit on purpose. Now, you may think that BG is sending these guys over here to troll and all that shit. But at the end of the day, these dudes are so stupid. They do this shit on their own. How many times have you seen A.L. Evans or Andre 416 jump on the panel after listening to an actual explanation of what BGS just said, which was wrong, by the way? And Andre asked the same question 3 times in a fucking row. And people got tired of hearing him talk about the same thing 3 times in a row because he wasn't listening. Like a lot of these dudes have a learning disability. They are information resistant to the point to where if you don't put it in the voice of a dumbass nigga, they can't understand you. They can't understand you. So the only thing that they have left is sabotaging things that work. That's the problem. You guys have got to understand it. If you don't go and solve these things yourself in your own area, things in Colorado is not going to boil over and encompass you. It's not going to. It's just not going to. It's never going to encompass you. You got to make sure that you're solving these issues on your own. And here's the thing. He knows that you don't want to trust actual men or professionals. He knows that. He takes advantage of that because you're too stupid to fucking read and understand this shit for yourself. Too stupid to fucking read. But you always want to be on these panels where you don't know or understand shit. And it's too easy to understand. It's too easy to understand. But at the end of the day, you want to hold everybody else responsible because you're behind. Whose fault is that? That's not BGS's fault. BGS knows that he can take advantage of pre-prepared loser class men within this environment to do his exact bidding. He knows that shit. The dude's not dumb. He's very specific. He's very particular. Dumb is one thing that he's not. But at the end of the day, BGS can't answer direct questions. He hide behind the collective ignorance of the people within the conversation because he knows that these people want more than anything else. They want to be comforted on panels. They want to be comforted in their collective ignorance rather than pick up a fucking book and learn how shit works. That's right. And this is why BGS isn't on the panel with me. He can't be on the panel with me. One-on-one? The dude to get destroyed. I just asked him a question. When and why did you turn from giving good information to turn around to being dumb nigga dependent on broken men? It's a very simple and specific question. What was the date? What was the time? What was the actual second to which you changed what you was on? Same deal was Kevin Samuels that actually turned you out. At the end of the day, BGS seen men getting the better actual outcomes than he had. And BGS wanted to create an actual dumb nigga class of individuals that was routinely was going to be dependent upon him. He wanted to create a dependency type system. He wanted to create a generational dependency type system that he did not have in his own household. Because if you did it within your own household, you wouldn't be online trying to recreate this shit with sons and daughters that you clearly don't give a shit about. Why would you want to do it with people that you don't care about when you clearly could have did it within your household? You practice how you play, man. You practice how you play. Let's go back to this word subsume. This is why he has to clone all of these groups that are around. You need to understand this word, subsume. I kept repeating it. Somebody asked me to go over it. This is what it means. He has to pull everything in so that way it serves his purposes. Because he's not trying to create better men. He's trying to create worse off men. Oh, what's going on, Soul? That's what he does. You think this dude give a shit about SYSBM or Passport Bros? No. At the end of the day, you're trying to dodge the consequences which he's trying to lead you into. He doesn't give a shit about you. He gives a damn if you're trying to lose to what he's trying to prepare you for. Now, did BGS go out here and vet these women to bring them to a proper negotiating table? No. He's just trying to organize car crashes between unsuspecting men and clearly over the hill fucking women. On purpose, by the way. You would not want your good son or good nephew or good male cousin caught up in no bullshit like this. You know you wouldn't. You know damn well that you wouldn't. But this is all these old ghouls have left. This is all these old game dudes have left. It's to create far worse circumstances that they were actually given. They did it on purpose. They did it on purpose. You want to know why? Because if they can't have the best slices of women that come through, they're going to make damn sure that you don't have access to the best slices of women that could come through in the future. Bro, listen. If we wanted to fix this actual black community shit, bro, we could have did this shit 50 years ago. Remember, this actual conversation between men and women has been going on for like 70 fucking years at this point. At this point, you just should have got people, connected them to the productivity piece the moment they graduated from college. If the women wasn't there and ready to go, replace them with other women. That's what my parents told me to do. But they simultaneously did not tell you to hate women while you were fucking doing it. That's where the Black Manosphere came in at. They taught you to hate women while you were trying to bed and actually be with the same women that you were trying to avoid. Creating a relativistic conundrum that you could never separate from. You were always going to be tied to somebody who wanted to do this shit over and over and over again. You know full well that's what it was. So you really think that this old guy want to see you move on to a one and done? It shames him to see a younger black dude be with a younger black woman and shit works out. He's not trying to hook you up with that shit. It didn't work for him. He went out and impregnated a woman because she was fucking hot. Look at his fucking outcomes. Now you would think people would have a level of embarrassment to not try to escort people into the same shit that he didn't actually complete. You would think that, right? No, 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 no. These people are trying to destroy you. They know better. And they still trying to escort you into worse results on purpose. They have this term in aviation. They have this term in aviation, and I'm going to show you what this term is. They have this term in aviation. And you need to understand that this term in aviation. So that way you can understand how BGS Hitmore works. Because I'm giving you the end of the story before you actually get invested and involved in the story itself. Because at the end of the day, you have to realize they're going to run the same play. And they're running the same play on the same people. In aviation, when a plane is functional and the pilots respond inappropriately to the instrumentation on the panel, and they end up crashing a flight-worthy aircraft into the ground, it is called controlled flight into terrain. That's a nice way of saying they crashed the plane because they didn't know what they were doing. BGS is trying to socialize you into controlled flight into terrain. BGS Hitmore has no success with women, but he wants to teach you about women. Control flight into terrain. If your actual outcomes suggest that you shouldn't be teaching anybody, why on earth would you sign up to be an instructor trying to teach young men, confused men about things in society? Control flight into terrain. He's doing it on purpose. Because at the end of the day, it is not the woman who did not want to see the black community flourish. It is the dumb ass nigga who did not want to see the black community flourish. You want to know why? They literally have no identity without niggas present. They have no identity. No identity without lost children. They have no identity. As much as they wanted to keep blaming the women, it was the men who was fucking doing this shit. The only thing you have to do is talk about a standard that you want to uphold. The only thing you have to do is talk about circumstances that you don't want to repeat. It is not the woman that tells you that you got to put up with this shit anyway. It is a fucking man who tells you that you have to bow the fuck down and deal with this shit. You got to blame the woman and you still got to engage with her. It's men who did this shit. It ain't the woman who fucking did this shit. Men still have the ability to choose. But if they could socialize you out of choice and confuse you to the point to where now you think that you're pro-black by investing in bad circumstances, this is some shit men did, not women do. Women don't do shit like that. Women gonna take the best motherfucking option available to them regardless of fucking race. Not these niggas. They not gonna do that shit. They gonna make you try to take care of their fucking baby mama and shit. That's what these dumbass niggas want. You got all the pimp game in the motherfucking world, but we still got dudes failing to the fucking justice system. How are these young dudes dealing with problems with the justice system if the older individual did what the fuck they needed to do? Dude, I keep telling you, this is a male problem. It is not a woman's problem. This is what I don't get about the point of hypergamy. Like, they act like a woman making an actual decision that suits her best interest is some shit only women can do. What the fuck? You got the same ability to make the same fucking decision that she has. You mean to tell me that your dick is so fucking hard that you can't make simple and basic arithmetic based decisions so that way you can dodge consequences of action? That you know it's not gonna do you any fucking good? Bro, at the end of the day, bro, I've never had any type of remorse for people who did this shit on purpose. None. She got hypergamy, but you ain't got basic critical thinking skills. You act like you title locked into a decision just because she decide on how she's going to do business. The only thing they're trying to socialize you into is just being a bitch ass nigga. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to like, look, the woman's crazy. You ain't got to do shit. Just like she ain't got to fucking take your inexperienced, dumb ass on. She ain't got to do that. She ain't got to do that. She got a lot of options. She got a lot of choices. She can replace your ass with anything. And guess what? You got the same choice. Not unless you're dealing with BGS Itmore. BGS not an Itmore. BGS not a black pill. BGS not a blue pill. BGS not a red pill. Because at the end of the day, this dude is about to get off world. He's about to jump all the way into the ground. And he's about to leave your ass with generations of problems that he haven't fixed. You got to look past the actual dudes who's trying to troll. You have to look at the actual person who they trying to hold themselves. But see, this is when you're caught in your actual net of your own nameless fear. You caught in your own net. The woman didn't put this net out there. You wanted to go out here, face certain consequences, then you wanted to blame her. You wanted to blame her. That dude is Brown Lantern Pill. That's what it is. Brown Lantern Pill. But you have to respect pro-blacks. Even pro-blacks know that they don't want to deal with the niggas who they entertain. That's what you got to understand about pro-blacks. Pro-blacks are not fucking stupid. They know that they don't want to deal with the niggas who they entertain every day. Have to interact with these people outside of entertainment. They would never do that shit. This dude think it's like 1960, where he can lie like he is a self-taught fucking chemist and want nobody to check him on it. You have an actual guy within the manosphere who has a PhD who did a live stream yesterday on DEI programs, not understanding that the black male agenda, the 18-point agenda, was a DEI program, an 18-point, very specific DEI program. But then this affirmative action hiree wanted to pretend like he didn't understand what the fuck he was talking about when he actually benefits from affirmative action himself. Made no actual live stream when the conservatives took affirmative action away itself, and understood exactly what that meant when he did do that, when that happened. But these people are so fucking stupid that they don't want to actually read simple shit in front of their fucking face. An 18-point agenda, a black male agenda, literally a DEI program that you want the government to fucking fund. Dudes sat up there and still clap their paws like seals. I'll tell you this. Women, if you end up impregnated by one of these dumbass niggas, I am not going to take care of your fucking child. I am not going to mentor your child on no motherfucking thing. That child is going to fucking perish. Fuck your child. If you trying to deal with one of these soft guy era niggas and put your future in the hands of one of these soft guy era niggas, you deserve everything that fucking come your goddamn way. Don't be fucking stupid. These dudes are trying to leave you with another child. With another fucking child that they're not going to take care of. They've already told you that they don't give a fuck about these kids. They told you that shit up front. They told you up front that they don't give a fuck about these kids. They told you up front that they don't give a fuck about productivity. They told you up front about all this shit. If you're waiting on one of these dudes to get their fucking shit together, I'm telling you, you're a fucking lost cause. Women, you get to stop this shit from happening. You could bring this whole thing to an end. Don't give these niggas what they want. Please don't fucking do that. These dudes want to keep this shit going another generation. Please don't fucking do that. Enjoy your infinite dick and do not let these niggas give you another fucking child that you ain't trying to raise. We got enough problems as it motherfucking is right now. We have slowly moved that ladder from up on bitch nigga mountain, and the only way they're getting off this mountain is fucking street pizza. We got a lot of shit to fix, but at the end of the day, the man on this side is trying to create more failed men. And I'm pretty sure most of the women who's trying to create more failed women on their side are trying to give you unrealistic circumstances and ways that you're going to deal with men. Don't fall for that dumbass shit. Because when you don't have any intelligence or sense or logic or reason, trolling become a legitimate form of actual communication. Like BGS knows full well that he can't really face me on an actual panel himself because he's a coward. But see, through trolling, we allow cowardice to be a legitimate form of communication. Man, I didn't even Google that shit. I'm like, man, listen. I don't know what the fuck that shit even means. I don't even care. Point is, get your shit together, fix your own life. Stop trying to wait for a woman to notice you once you got your shit together. That's your whole dumbass point in the first place. These dudes who's trying to feed you back to these fucking women, they don't have good outcomes, man. Not themselves and not with the same women they're trying to turn you on to. They ain't got no. I'm just saying, don't let these crash dumps fool you. Make sure that this stuff goes on forever, and then they want to blame other people for it. There ain't no white guy in Mississippi or Alabama or Georgia, Florida, Arkansas, Kansas, motherfucking West Virginia, Montana, North and South motherfucking Dakota, Utah, rural fucking Texas, Louisiana, putting this shit together for you. It's these dumbass niggas who's doing it for you. And they're doing it against you. Don't be stupid. End of the day, I'm trying to create better men. I'm telling you, I'm putting it all on the wood. I'm trying to create better men. That ain't got nothing to do with this circumstance that is set up here. None of it. Yep. And they go to these women's channels to actually get their shit off about dudes who they can't get. Because right now, getting all the attention from dudes that they don't want. That's why they are truly mad as fuck. Women are sick to their back teeth about attention from men that they don't fucking want. They're sick of their back teeth about men who want to practice game on them. They're sick to their back fucking teeth about men that they know that ain't shit. But that's how you got into circumstances in the first place. Overindulging in dumb nigga attention. That shit has an actual shelf life. They're realizing it. But that ain't something that you need to wait for women to suffer over. You can just move on to better circumstances. Just like they could have. Dude, you've been saying that shit for years. Because self-improvement is about you not needing his help. The moment that you don't need his help, you're useless to him. That guy doesn't want you sitting there and solving all these problems in your time and leaving them out there with this cadre of broken women. He don't want that shit. You break it, you buy, huh? You break it, you bought it. Listen, man, I'm a Gen Xer. I've freely saw women who was 2 and 3 years younger than me and 2 and 3 years older than me coming out of cars of 50 and 60-year-old men in fucking middle school. I've never forgotten about that shit. Ever. I am not going to listen to the same personnel come up to me about how they can't find a good dude right now. That's what happens when you have so much of a head start. You have so much of a head start, everybody understands the story. And it also means nobody's going to have any respect nor deference for you at the end of the story. And the only people that's going to wait for you to run out that infinite dick Super Mario star are dudes who's not worth it. The dudes you don't want to be with. The dudes who you're already tired of. But don't worry about it. Just create a 24-hour channel. People, oh, they're growing. No. The manosphere is shrinking. The manosphere is becoming a lot more stratified around one person, actually two people. There's only two camps within the black manosphere right now. There is the BGS camp and affiliates, and then there is the Black Manosphere Actual 3.0 MOT Black Brain Trust affiliates. Those are the only two camps that are here. And other people who want to pretend like there's some type of middle ground between these two groups when there clearly isn't one. Dude, it's too easy to go get your shit together and leave this stuff alone. Too easy. Too easy not to need their help right now. Too easy. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Because when I drop link, they don't come up. All these live shit that I've done, there is no actual pushback on the live stream. Why? That requires common sense. That requires you to actually refute points. But when you're stuck just trying to present narratives and not trying to be responsible for what happens, that stunts your growth. You think I don't know that? You think I don't know that? Imagine knowing all this before you even get started. Imagine knowing all this before you even get started. Imagine that. Knowing how this stuff is going to end before you even get started. Imagine coming here with an MBA and your shit together 9 years ago. Before you even see the place disintegrate. And you see people go after trying to lionize and be with the wrong type of people. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine thinking that you got to have 4, 5, 6, 800 people in your chat and nobody can tell the truth about anything. Why? They're too busy trying to be held hostage by their own ignorance. Imagine that. Bro, you ain't got to do none of this stuff. You're already way ahead of these dudes with no experience. Imagine being way ahead of these people with no experience. My grandfather told me that. You're better than your uncles, who's 3 times your age, even though you have no experience. Even with no experience, you're too far ahead of these dudes. They want to get you to trade in one level of socially awkwardness, which you should be at, for a level of other social awkwardness where you shouldn't be at. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be trying to bed women who've actually been around a bunch of bitch nigga attention their whole lives. There is no way you should be trying to actually compete within that process. You shouldn't be trying to compete within that shit. That's dumb. That's fuck. A low return on investment on a one-to-one action marker. Especially when you ain't got your shit together, bro. Imagine you ain't got your shit together and you trying to get the most out of a woman that can't offer you shit. Imagine how dumb of a fucking idea that is. What's going on, Roger Spice? Imagine trying to get free pussy out of a woman who had game ran on her for 30 fucking years. And you trying to walk your new booty ass up to this fucking woman and try to run game again. You really think she ain't trying to take your fucking head off? Are you fucking shitting me? Are you fucking serious? She should be trying to take your fucking head off. She literally should. And I would think there would be something the fuck wrong with her if she's not trying to take your fucking head off. I'm sorry. End of the day, ask yourself, what are you going to say when you come up here and you face me in person? What are you going to say? Like after you get all your dumb nigga shit off, like what are you actually gonna say? What are you gonna say? Like I said, I'm way ahead of you, dude. I'm 135 steps ahead of most of these people here. The only thing you can do is be a crash test dummy for a guy who doesn't give a fuck about you. And you won't even examine the record yourself. You won't even examine what the success rate is of what he's doing. You're too stupid to even fucking do that. You only care about your own popularity to the point to where you don't even care about none of the relevant shit that actually works in society. And here's the thing. I was socialized out of not giving a fuck about you niggas years ago. Did you know that? I was socialized out of not giving a rat's ass about you dumb ass niggas years ago. Years ago. Not only was it explained, I was shown the way by older men who done it better. And yes, nihilism without a natural answer or solution can go way too fucking far. It always does. But once you have an answer and a solution, it's very simple for you to engage in. You can find other people to actually deal with. You're not socialized into dealing with one group of people over the other. That's how you get out of this shit. One generation, you're done. One generation, and you're done with this shit. Yeah, but you want to be in the myth of infinite pussy with no fucking consequences. That's how you end up in the same dumbass circumstances as the people who pretend that they got game online. That's how you end up there. That's how you end up there. Think about it. I'd rather be right and stand alone than to be wrong with a fucking group of idiots. I'd rather be right and alone. I'd rather be right and alone than to be wrong with a group of fucking idiots. I'm never bowing down to that type of shit. You have got to be out of your fucking mind if I'm gonna exercise this shit, given I know what the history is. That's why the history is important and learning how this shit goes. So that way you're not repeating shit you don't have to. Popularity becomes the excuse when you don't have no more other excuses. But let's just listen to this dumbass nigga keep going here. Because I did promise that I was going to do a review of this. I went a little bit too far in what I was explaining. Well, let's just go through it, man. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Eat on that gender war. Eat on that gender war. There you go. There you go. Eat up that gender war. There you go. There you go, Black Cat. Eat up that gender war. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Go to the gender war. There you go. Gender war. There you go. Bro, you would ask them what they're doing, why they're doing it, and they won't even know. I mean, they're just literally that stupid.
Problem is, they think they're the smartest people in the room, and they are not. Smart.
Here's the thing: no one ever said that there was the smartest people in the room. I can tell you who's not the smartest guy in the room. Is the guy who actually want to try things on women that they can see your ass coming a mile away. The Black Brain Trust never said there was the smartest guys in the room. So what BGS does is he creates his own straw man, and then he defeats his own straw man without actually having people up on the panel who actually disagrees with him, which is pretty easy to fucking do.
Smartest people in the room know exactly how much they actually don't know. And I've been around guys with PhDs that speak several languages and been in the field 20, 30
Okay, where are your fucking accomplishments? We know about the guys you bring up, but where are your accomplishments at?
years, and they always talk about how much they don't know. And they listen more than they talk.
Does BGS listen more than he talk? So is he trolling himself, trying to pretend like he's talking to us when he's actually talking about himself online? Like, this is what I mean about self-reflection from dumbass people.
Not this group of people. So I have no idea what they're on. I have no idea what they do. And I, furthermore, really no longer care.
I know. You have to dodge all the substance to which we are talking about from the outset. Because you can't respond to the substance, so you pretend like the substance isn't there or doesn't exist. Because you know the people who you proselytize to, they're too stupid to actually figure out what's what. But then you play into it by pretending like we're not even talking to you when you literally are talking about us. Again, another unforced error. You can run your grift without even bringing our names up. A lot of people run their bullshit without bringing other people's names up. They do it all the time.
All they do is make noise and put your name in the title. And the fact that you keep putting my name in your titles trying to get my attention.
I'm not trying to get your attention. I'm trying to correct the actual misinformation that's going on in the space. That's the problem. To him, you're not supposed to actually correct anything. You're supposed to say this and he's supposed to say that, and the person with the largest numbers win. When that's not the actual case. How can we have an actual place that functions properly when you have somebody who's hell bent on misunderstanding and misrepresenting things that happen within the actual space that he claims he's a part of?
Means that you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I was aware of that last night talk on Cavs. These Negroes talking about boys' education, and they had.
Here's the thing, man. When nothing else dudes are talking about boys' education, they're using those boys as an actual human shield. If they don't make if they don't make content for progressive men already, what the fuck would make you think they care about boys who are coming up in this actual system? If they're not trying to help out the boys or men who came from boys who came from the system already. They don't care about those people. They're just using those boys as an actual human shield to hide the bullshit that they clearly are on. And they know that they're on that shit. Okay, BGS has been here 9 fucking years. 9 years. 9 years. How are you creating better men when the only thing you're trying to do is just get men to fight the fucking gender war? You know full well that you're not trying to make better men out of men that's here. The men are already better without even needing your fucking help, period. The men are already better without needing your help. The only thing they got to do is connect themselves to the productivity piece, leave the wrong type of bitch to fuck alone. They're great. But you keep muscling in all of this needless information about women that they don't need to understand just to justify a position for yourself. It's fucking insane. So what he does is he starts all this shit, then he turns around and don't answer the criticism for it. Like an unchecked bitch ass nigga.
Absolutely no idea what the fuck they were talking about. So I asked him, what was the last book you read on this stuff, and they couldn't.
At the end of the day, he always tried to hide behind all the books that he supposedly read. Because at the end of the day, he's never read these books. He definitely don't understand them. He definitely never produced past them. He knows all of these books from all of these authors, but yet he has the worst fucking outcomes. How is that possible? that you know all this shit and you still fucking lost. How's that possible?
Or a study. They're going by their gut. Well, you know what happened to me? You get college credits, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
BGS, you don't have a degree. You didn't graduate from college. Any of this other shit. The only thing you're doing is classic fucking projection. But the people who you proselytize to, they're too stupid to fucking know that. And I'll tell you this. You bring any one of them dumb niggas up from these Art New Style or fucking Coliseum based individuals or black men being brutally fucking ignorant. You bring any one of them stupid motherfuckers up and have a basic conversation with them. You see how lost and stupid these motherfuckers are. Very, very incredibly fucking stupid.
Get college credits. I know you get AP classes were there when I was a kid. When I was in high school. In fact, I did take AP chemistry.
Dude, you're claiming to be an actual self-taught chemist, and you're confusing college credits with AP courses. You can't confuse the two. You can't confuse the two, dude. You look stupid by doing so. First of all, you're not a self-taught chemist. And even if you took all the AP classes in the fucking world, no one's gonna allow you to go work on their fucking shit as a self-taught chemist. It's just so fucking stupid. Like, you don't need to lie about the shit you're currently lying about. You don't need to pretend like you're smarter than you're already trying to pretend. You don't need to do that. It's literally crazy.
When I was in high school, couldn't take AP calculus because my counselor wouldn't give it to me. I wasn't ready for it anyway. So, I had to go to work. My parents had said I had to earn money, so I had to go to work in my senior year. So it is what it is. I know all that. I have 3 friends that left early and they became doctors. In fact, I have 4 friends. 4 of my classmates were.
Okay, so what kind of credentials do you have? Because you've been in the Black Manosphere for 9 years and you don't have any type of credentials, but you keep calling yourself a master teacher. Like, most people are actually smart enough not to make that type of mistake, but not you though.
Especially medical doctors. Interesting. We got what? Several engineers. One.
Is everybody else with all the actual credentials while you don't have any? Don't you find that kind of odd? Were you the guy who's making this live stream while everybody else have all the accomplishments while you ain't got shit? Yeah, I had an MBA when I came here. An MBA when I fucking came here. Yeah. Graduated in 2007 with my MBA. 2007. That's before I came to the Black Manosphere. In my early 20s, by the way. Again, I didn't need damaged individual to build a platform off of. I didn't need to do that.
4 that were medical doctors. I got a couple, 2 or 3 that went into the military academy. Or actually, 4 went to the military academy.
Actually, I thought you were the guy who went to ROTC Air Force, which is a crock of shit, by the way. Yeah, I don't think my branch would even accept you. Gino Richardson again. Big Griffith sleeves, irritable black male, ridicule. What the fuck? Wow, you made something out of it. Wow. It's still the master beating up. Yeah. But the problem that we have is that you can literally be better than anything in life with not even needing this dude's help. On anything. Yes. Say it again. Oh my God. Say it again. Say it a fucking again. I have not met a greater group of fucking incompetent individual than motherfuckers who graduated ROTC from fucking high school. The biggest fucking group of incompetent, put on, fucking lame ass dudes. ROTC graduates. Some of the lamest motherfuckers like ever were ROTC graduates. I'm not talking about college versions. I'm not talking about people who went to the Air Force Academy. I'm talking about motherfuckers who came straight out to high school, completed the course, got to make E3 because they went through that shit. And they bought a fucking uniform. And they had like a retired general or some shit who was like being nice to these young ass, dumbass fucking kids. I have never met a greater group of incompetent motherfuckers than ROTC graduates. Fucking insane.
A couple guys, white guys, they weren't friends, but they were classmates. They actually graduated from Caltech. So it is what it is.
Again, where did you graduate from? We know where everybody else graduated from. Where did you graduate from? Did you graduate? No, dude, you was just on this high learning super senior shit, bro. End of the day, you didn't graduate. You didn't even go. You're just trying to clone everybody else's accomplishments as your own.
So you're telling me stuff that I already know. Trying to tell me what, you know, if you just alpha your way through it.
You're the one who's alphaing your way through it. You're trying to actually place it on everybody else like everybody's trying to alpha their way through it. You alpha your way through it and you got fucked up consequences. Yes, you do. You have messed up consequences by trying to alpha your way through it. Yes. Daughters and sons that you have, those are not optimal fucking results. Those are failures, sir. And you know that they're failures, so why would you try to keep pretending like you fucking accomplished some shit when you clearly didn't?
And it's always blaming on women. I'm not blaming shit on women. Because it's really not women's fault. It's our government.
Oh my fucking god! Your whole platform is about blaming bitches for fucking you, for fucking with you, for having outcomes with you. Like, dude, your whole platform is about blaming bitches. Okay, all right. Let's take a
Government's fault
commercial break.
because they lean
Let's
this
take a
way.
pause right here and let's see what the fuck this goddamn dude talks about in his actual channel. If that's not the case, okay, let's go to the Black Gnostic Speech channel. Let's see what he talks about if it ain't blaming bitches. Okay, hold on a second. And congratulations to the women who did actually fuck this dude's life up. He was a lost cause. He was an easy lick. You should be proud of yourself. And let's see what we have here. Let's go to the Black Gnostic Speech channel. Let's go there. Black. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, let's go. Cause he don't complain about bitches, right? No problem. No problem. No problem. Let's go to this channel. So what we're going to do is going to bring the channel up again, and then we're going to actually see what the fuck is happening here. I'll go back to this Itmore, who's not Itmore, by the way. So let's go and see if he complains about bitches. Because he say he don't complain about women. Debate on Latinos and black men. Okay. Smart guy versus the Canocracy. That's complaining about bitches. Morning alert. We ain't them. That's complaining about bitches. Black pill movement. In the Matrix, you're not black pill. Low level contempt for black men. That's complaining about bitches. Like, dude, everything you talk about is complaining about bitches. Like, I don't understand. Why would you sit here and keep lying about what you're actually talking about? All this shit is complaining about bitches. Everything is the bitch complaint system. Everything on your channel is bitch complaint system. But see, when you don't read, just simply read. You don't even have to listen to all the shit. You don't even have to listen to all of it. You can just look at the titles. Oh, okay. Still complaining about bitches. But that's what it is. And look, if y'all want to go over there and do that, look, man, y'all do you. I'll stop you from going over there. I'm just congratulating the women on taking your fucking head off beforehand. But like a lot of this stuff is unneeded because you don't have any accomplishments. This is why you got to keep your mouth running 24 hours a day because people are going to figure out that you don't have any of the shit to which you are talking about. That's the real problem. Like people who have actual honest results can just show them. You can't show shit because you don't have any results. The only thing you have is failed attempts. Failed attempts are not results. And you know failed attempts are not results, but you keep pretending like failing the things that you shouldn't be doing is some type of success model. That's not what it is. And you know it isn't. I don't understand why you keep talking about this shit, man. Bro, like this shit is too easy. Like, dude, I can go through this and I could just do straight up analysis. And it's not hard. And the actual analysis is some of the worst things that I can do to you because it's your actual words. It is your actual words that you are actually talking about that is being used against you. Because that's what analysis is. Playing your stupid shit back and just actually responding to it in real time. So let's keep going. Even though we're only 2 minutes in, everything he says out of his mouth is a self-serving lie.
And what black girls have done as far as boys' education, that has always been the case. Black
Tweet flag on the fucking play. Just because black women are being invested in doesn't mean that it absolves black men from doing better. The women do need help in some areas, but actually thinking that you don't need to do shit so that way the women can automatically fall behind your dumb ass is stupid. Stupid as fuck. I've never been cultured to think that black women got to give me a fucking hand up or a handout. That's some dumb shit that you're on. None of this stuff is even this hard, man. Like, I don't understand where these dumb motherfuckers get this shit from. It's crazy. It is literally nuts. But we're only 3 minutes into a 10-minute video, and look at how much effort I have to put into correcting the record over your dumb ass. Everything that comes out of your mouth is a self-serving lie.
black girls have always been more educated by design than black boys.
If they grow up in the same fucking household, you could be like, look, I'm gonna concentrate on this boy better. You keep pretending like you can't do this shit on your own and convincing men that they're fucking weak because they didn't do shit that they were supposed to do in their own time is also fucking stupid. I believe what Todd City believes. It's not the school system's job to teach your fucking kids how to read, dumb nigga. If you had your fucking kid, you should be teaching that kid how to fucking read. That's not the school system's fucking job. That's your child that you care about the outcome is falling fucking behind in reading in a school system that you know is under fucking funded, you stupid motherfucker. That is your job as a parent to make sure your kids are successful, not the fucking school system. I don't know what to say here.
The only reason they really educated black boys to this extent that we got this kind of grace is because of civil rights. Is because they had to.
Yeah, those are equality programs, man. But like black people wasn't getting shit before that. And you keep misstating history. Like you don't understand that black people wasn't getting a motherfucking thing before the civil rights shit. That's why the civil rights shit came, then the affirmative action shit came, because it was a stepping stone for everything else. But you keep pretending like there ain't no history there, like you don't understand this shit. When it's very easy to just tell the history of what happened, but you have to keep this stuff held behind so that way you can confuse these dudes who don't need to be confused anymore.
Train boys to go into the military, train boys to go into the factories, and they could not do that if black boys did not graduate high school. Go back and look at it. I think prior to 1965, only 23% of black boys ever graduated high school. Go read the Moynihan report. It just tells you about
What the fuck, nigga? Did you just Moynihan the fuck out of this shit? Bro, come on, man. At the end of the day, dude, if you don't know how to fucking read or comport yourself in school, it ain't the Moynihan report's fault. It ain't. It's your lack of fucking making sure that you can actually make sure that you can compete in society. Everything isn't the Moynihan report's fault. What the Moynihan report pretty much said, yeah, you need productivity to raise a goddamn family. Pretty much that's what it was. But when you're a pro-black like this dumb piece of shit, he keeps pretending like shit that's going on isn't really going on and trying to create a position for himself. It's fucking stupid. Stupid as shit. Damn, man, the nigga had to go to the Moynihan report. Moynihan report was the reason why you fucking raised an anxious son, nigga. Are you fucking serious?
the black family. 75% in the 1940s and 50s, 75% of your valedictorians were black female. This is not
like you couldn't fucking learn how to read and fucking engage in education like she did. Or you were just too fucking stupid to do so in your specific fucking case.
new. Go back to the Mohan conference. They said that black men and boys did not have to know how to read.
And who bought that fucking shit hook, line, and sinker, BGS? You bought that shit hook, line, and sinker. You didn't try to do shit with your fucking boys. You got fucking outcomes, and then you want to turn around and blame a white ass school system for the shit. Well, you know full fucking well that you was cultured and raised to better systems and societies than these boys were given. And you still have fucking failed outcomes because you're a dumbass nigga. Yes, this is a you problem, not a school system problem. If your kid has a choice between 900 fucking channels on TV, your kid has a fucking, and your kid got a cell phone, your kid has access to a fucking tablet. If your kid got access to all that fucking shit, I don't want to hear anything out of your fucking dumb nigga mouth about why your kids are failing. Your kids are failing is because you are a fucking failure, dumb nigga. Like that's what it is. You got to understand that you're responsible for your kids' outcomes at a certain point. That's what the 18-year-old threshold is about. You're responsible for a kid for a certain amount of years of life, and the society is going to socialize your kid to be responsible for everything. But blame everything on the fact that the women didn't artificially hold themselves behind so that way men could just move forward. Man, get the fuck out of here.
That continued until the 1950s and 60s. In fact, if you go back and look at the movie Fences, Troy, who was the so-called patriarch of his family, the breadwinner of his family.
Here's the thing, man. It's always about these dumb-ass fucking cultural grift stories about caricatures of black masculinity that has to do with some tough-talking, dumbass piece of shit. It had nothing to do with the actual career field to which he was in, right? He just had to talk to his son like he wasn't shit, so that way he could make himself feel better like he was a shit. No, motherfucker, go out there and take the bull by the horns and take the fight to the fucking man. That's how you fucking raise a fucking better fucking child, bro. Nobody's out here trying to create other fucking employees. Well, I'm not trying to, but at the end of the day, that's what it is, man. Like, bro, it's not the fucking corporation's job to teach your son how to be a better person. That's your dumbass job. That's why you wanted to procreate this dude on in the first place, right, dumb nigga?
Was the trash man, could not read. And guess who didn't try to teach him? His wife of 20-something years did not try to teach him how to read. Black boys' education has always been the lowest on the totem pole in the black
Education is
community.
the responsibility of the fucking parents. That's what my mother was taught. That's what my grandmother have said. That's what my grandfather have said. I remember the first time that my fucking reading grades fucking dropped. My father came into the fucking house. My motherfucking father split his fucking head open right in front of my fucking face. And he didn't say shit about the fucking report card to my fucking father. He said, your son is fucking failing. My son is fucking failing. He's failing because you're not doing what the fuck you need to do as a fucking father. And that's why he's failing. Crazy ass shit. But at the end of the day, my father took me aside and was like, look, you got to be able to get these grades up. And guess what? The grades went up. Why? There was consequences. Immediate, deadly, overwhelming, and personable consequences when shit didn't fucking work. There was no such thing as quiet failures. No, you fail in front of everybody, you're going to catch these hands in front of everybody. And you go correct the shit in front of everybody. That's what it was. They didn't pull no punches back then. They cared about outcomes. And the only way to care about outcomes was to be extreme with everybody. You think these dudes gonna raise some fucking hardcore men like that? Hell no, man. These dudes trying to fucking dude, they would never do no shit like that.
I don't know how many times you have to prove it, how many books you have to pull out, how many studies you have to show, how many statistics and yada 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 for not just the last 5 years or the last decade, but the last 50. But nobody wants to solve the problem. That is it.
The problem is to have better fucking kids, man. If you knew all this shit was happening as you claim that you did, you should have had far more results with your own fucking children. You should have had far more results with your own fucking children. If this is the shit that you was raised in, you should have far more results with your own fucking children, bro. And the fact that you don't fucking have that, and you're trying to complain to the actual ether as if the ether is supposed to can you better fucking kids that is more socialized to succeed than black women in it, man, get the fuck out of here. Like, man, this is what I mean by weak ass fucking men creating fucking kids, don't want to be responsible for the fucking outcome, but want to actually complain about the fucking outcome without exercising any of the fucking tools that he know he had access to create a better outcome. You watch your kids go off into another situation so that way you can just quote unquote be better than them, dumbass nigga. Like, this is the fucking problem with these with just these type of old men. I'm not gonna blame all old men for this failed dude. I'm gonna blame this dumbass motherfucker for his own fucking results and lack of accomplishment. I'm not gonna hold the whole fucking culture responsible for that shit. The fuck I look like blaming every fucking old dude that I fucking run into like they're fucking BGS Hitmore. Man, fuck that. I'm gonna treat this old motherfucker like that. I'm not gonna treat every old person like that. That's fucking crazy.
And you're always gonna get the singular guy, the alpha your way through it guy, to talk about it. say, if I could do it, then you could do it.
She's fucking right. It took effort on her fucking part to get to where the fuck she was. Why is it that people don't fucking understand that? Dude, this shit takes effort. It takes socialization. It takes parents giving a fuck more about the outcome than the kid that they trying to socialize in it so that way they can have the fucking outcome. Guess what? Your boy had to go without some Bugs Bunny and Tweety show and motherfucking X-Men and fucking Spider-Man the animated series on fucking Saturday so that way I could concentrate on fucking school. This shit is basic. This shit is basic. Basic. Listen, man, my grandfather did the fucking time audit. It was like, how much time you spending video games? Yeah, man, no more video games for you, man, until you bring these fucking grades up. Yeah, time audit. Where do you spend your time and why do you spend it there? What? Are we waiting on the school system to do that shit too? No, nigga, that's part of parenting, bro. But you wanted to go through the process of having a kid, but you didn't want to put the additional work in to actually produce an actual productive member of society. That's your fucking fault, bro. No one else's.
And these are just regular guys. They went to state colleges and they graduated and they got whatever job they have. They're bragging about it. I got subs that are freaking Ivy Leaguers that know better. That are Ivy Leaguers.
Do you hear all this shit, man? Everybody got a better life than BGS Hitmore. BGS Hitmore is just the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. Everybody else got way better outcomes than he got. I mean, he's the only dumb nigga who never went to school, but everybody else around him have seemed to have went to school. I find it very fucking shocking. I don't understand it.
They know better. You know, one guy, we used to call him Swim Champ in China. He's got an MBA from Wharton, which trumps most of the guys complaining. In fact, which trumps all the guys complaining. I got guys that graduated whose fathers are engineers and they graduated from freaking Morehouse.
What about your motherfucking accomplishments, dumb old nigga? What about your accomplishments, man? Like, bro, I'm sick of hearing about these other dudes who got good outcomes. Where the fuck are your accomplishments, bro? Your only accomplishments is destroying the actual fucking space here. Everybody else got accomplishments but your dumb ass. What's going on, Code? What's going on, man?
They know better. And you guys are trying to swing your penis around like you're cock of the walk in the sector, and you're not.
You're the one who's doing it, not us.
You're pissed that people listen to me. You pissed.
We're not pissed about that, dude. We know dude's gonna have bad outcomes by listening to your dumb ass. Like, I'm not like he keep assuming that people are going over there and trying to drag dudes off his dumbass 10, 15 dumb nigga panel and try to bring them over to there ain't nobody doing that. End of the day, if you over there in dumb nigga land, then you just gonna stay over there and you're not gonna get it.
Pissed at people that vetted me and still rocking with me.
They didn't vet you. They don't know how to vet. They have nothing to compare you against. They don't have any father figures. You know that's why they're here. They're here for acceptance, not progress. It's too easy to get people through the entertainment piece and think that they're making progress, except for when you tell motherfuckers to start cutting some of these dumbass nigga ties that they got. That's when you're going to actually have progress itself. But then again, you don't socialize that shit.
There's a reason for that. But the thing is, you're still around
We're
me.
not around
I
you.
have no clue.
You're
If
just
you don't
spreading
like me,
misinformation, disinformation, disinterest in the fucking space, and it needs to stop. He doesn't understand the difference.
and viewers, you think it's silly that people listen to me, then you should go find and start your own sector.
We do have our own sector. It's called the Black Manosphere. The point is that you and your dumb nigga numbers are trying to squelch out our fucking space that we built. Like BTS never has these conversations in front of Manosphere 1.0 dudes about how he created the Black Manosphere and all that kind of other stupid shit. Yes, he did say that, by the way. But at the end of the day, this is what this dude is on, man. But you got to realize that, dude, you got a choice to be way better than everybody else in fucking history. Only thing that takes effort. Effort. The only thing I do is put forth the fucking effort nowadays. You can be way better than me. That's the whole fucking point. Take effort in your time. You'll be way better than these people here. Stop focusing on what these bitches are doing, man. Get your shit together, fix you. Stop worrying about these women are fucking doing.
But then secretly, you know why you listen to me. Secretly, you know why you follow me. Secretly, you know why people listen to me. And why they don't listen to you.
The dumbass niggas, that's why they listen to you. You don't provide them any type of result or any action to fucking take. They could just be dumb niggas and just it. And you keep them eating out of your fucking hand. You don't have them move toward any type of solution. You have no results or whatsoever. Everybody else got degrees and credentials, and you dumbass don't. That's the problem.
And that's the problem. That's all it is. Why won't anybody listen to me? Why?
That's not the issue. Like what he does is he stupefies the conversation as truth as I know it say. Like he's trying to take the conversation and stupefy it on some other shit. Listen, don't pay attention to me. By all means, have worse results. I'm just gonna laugh at your stupid ass at this point. Because at the end of the day, the only reason why you don't want good results is because you want to keep your dumb nigga credibility high. And I have no fucks about you spending your life doing that type of dumbass shit. I don't care about that. That's on you. That's on you.
Why do you listen to him? He's weak. He's unaccomplished. He's blah, 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 blah. But you listen to me. Oh, cry me a fucking river. Go get a cookie. If you want your pacifier, stop crying all over my channel. Because all it is that you put my name in your title and talk about me, you're just crying. That's all it is.
He never addresses the actual substance of what's talking about. He just called it and dismissed it as whining and crying. You know what's whining and crying? Being here for 9 fucking years and having no fucking success stories in your own life. That's what's whining and really crying, bro. Trying to create more failed niggas like your fucking son. That's what's really whining and crying, bro. Acting like that you can't fucking answer direct fucking questions and shit. That's where the real whining and crying in that, bro. That's where the real whining and crying in that.
You're crying. I don't go to your channel.
Because you can't answer simple and basic questions. You hide behind dumbass niggas. Us, we're trying to keep the record straight. The only thing you do is keep the record not straight at all. And you keep lying about shit that, but at the end of the day, the people who listen to you don't give a fuck about truth anyway. They don't even care about this shit.
And trust and believe. Every time I try to click on and listen to you guys, it's about 5 minutes, man. I start falling asleep.
Yeah, because we got to keep your dumb, old, ignorant ass awake with a whole bunch of entertainment nonsense. That's not our job and it's not our fault. End of the day, he's just dismissing substance. But that's what bitches do. Bitches dismiss substance. Like you have a very specific thing that you want to talk about, and the bitch want to dismiss everything that comes out of your fucking mouth. Like you just sitting there and you ain't got nothing to fucking say. All this shit is based on something that ain't got nothing to do with anything. And this dumb nigga is just sitting here just pretending to be a whole unchecked bitch. It's just crazy.
Because you ain't talking about shit. I have rambles in the middle of the night.
End of the day, you haven't even tried to address any of the substance. And the shit that you do in the middle of the night is talk shit about productive dudes who's already sleeping after having worked the entire day. Like most of the most egregious shit that you say happens after midnight. After people that are done with their fucking day, but you got a whole bunch of dumb niggas to fucking exploit. and actually entertain, right? That's why we're not up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to hit links and get on panels with your dumb, unaccomplished ass, bro. Ain't nobody got time for that shit.
Off the cuff that are more interesting. That are way
Yeah, man, what entertaining dumb niggas is interesting to a dumbass nigga. Like, bro, everybody didn't come here to solve their self-esteem issues with lack of accomplishment in their real fucking life. I'm sorry, you created a failed woman and a failed dude. You got a lot to be pissed off at. I didn't create neither one of those fucking entities. Therefore, I ain't got shit to be pissed off at 24 fucking hours a day. And these dumb niggas live under your fucking roof. Right? Yeah. If you're such a decent fucking dude, man, bro, listen, man, like you'll be having better outcomes. But you can't though.
more interesting, way more insightful, way more innovative.
None of that shit you're talking about is none of that shit. Your core audience is dumbass niggas. If you take any one of them dumbass niggas from a BGS panel, put them on your panel and try to talk to them about shit, they're fucking lost. They're just dudes who just want to be part of the conversation. It's fucking stupid.
What have you come up with in this sector that people talk about?
Yeah, man, it's called the productivity piece, boss. It's called stop complaining about fucking bitches and get your own shit together so that way you can be able to participate in society in whatever sector to where you actually live at in society. So that way we can be able to fix some of these problems rather than showing up one time to fucking vote, bro. You can be out there making moves with your own legislature. But that's the other part of it. He keeps obfuscating the actual issue that there ain't substantive things being talked about here, and he keeps pretending like that shit ain't happening. It's just fucking stupid.
I mean, really. What have you come up with in this that you talk about?
Dude, listen, don't even talk about the productivity piece, man. They're too busy trying to get a piece of pussy from the goddamn woman that's about to fuck their ass up. Keisha, go fuck them niggas up. Listen, them niggas want to run game on you at this point in their fucking life. They don't mean you no fucking good. Take these niggas fucking head off.
The only thing that's and nobody likes you.
But see, here's the thing. Yeah, been part of these forces. Most of the motherfuckers operate right with niggas. Everybody benefited. But when shit didn't work correctly, everybody suffered. But at the end of the day, if your actual bread and butter is dumbass niggas, of course you want shit not to work right. That's why you hear it, to enforce shit not working right.
That's what you're known for. That's a bad thing to be known for. Not that you're smart, not that you have good information, not that you're trying to help people. Is that you guys are assholes and nobody likes.
Who the fuck says that we're assholes, dude? We don't kick dudes off of panels. We don't invite dudes up who ask us basic questions about why the fuck are we fighting the gender war, and then we kick them off the panel multiple fucking times. We don't do shit like that. Actually, we don't even set the conversation up like that. So dudes can ask us basic questions to make us look stupid as shit. Dude, if you got young dudes checking you, I mean literally checking you on the stupid shit you own in their own generation, they can see they don't have dumb niggas like you around. Like, man. to help with shit. Individuals and do they fucking bidding, it has never fucking worked. Ever worked. Trying to do the bidding of dumbass motherfuckers is not gonna make them like you. It's gonna make them run the fuck over you. But at the end of the day, that's his bread and butter.
You might not like that people call me the master teacher.
You're not a assume everybody else's accomplishments. So that's it. And thank you guys for coming through. You guys have a great night. This is what actual analysis look like. You can play back my live streams because you can't. I've been through too many depositions to even leave wide open for you to talk about dumb shit. But with that said, I want to thank you guys for coming through. That's for the nice rest of your night. Peace.